Excellent work, Guns. You abide all the way to forever. Hello. What about me, Grouchy? You into hi to me first? Oh, you said West and Miss West. Okay. I don't know. Um, hey, Boski, and Frank, and Sam. Excellent. I got this knife. Get the display away. I gotta be really careful because they're sharp. Comes with rules. I'm not allowed to lose it, or break it, or arc it out, or anything. Supposedly. The grandkids made out like bandits. So, it's always good. What are you doing, Daniel? How is life? Yeah.
Did you eat popcorn?
No, I farted though.
Did you eat popcorn?
No, I didn't eat popcorn.
Okay.
I smell popcorn now too. You just did that like a mental thing, didn't you? Huh? Huh? What? It's just messing with my head. I was thinking about popcorn. So, has anybody watched that show on Netflix, Watership Down? It's not about a boat. Just telling. It's like this thing you pay like $9 a month for, and you get to watch TV without having to watch TV. You can pick what you want to watch without commercials. So you're gonna go black powder. Do you black powder or just muzzle load? Or you use your muzzle loader a black powder gun, or do you use the uh, modern powder? And good luck. I need room in my freezer. That's my only problem. I got the okay to go hunting, but I got no. If I went and caught one, I wouldn't have any place to put it. So yeah. I forgot it was Wednesday and that BA had moved it and stuff, and I was like asking him if he was going to go live, and he reminded me that it was Wednesday, and then I was like, okay. So I watched some kitten videos and a ferret video. It's really kind of cool to watch a ferret shred a mouse to pieces, honestly. And then I was chatting with some guys on Instagram, and then I was like, I'll just go live. And I'm gonna be bored with other people. That is a hard problem, isn't it, Guns? Your freezer's just too full. What do you do when your freezer's too full? Dude, you open the fridge on the refrigerator and meat falls out. You have to like put it back in there. You have to like stack it on the floor so you can get to the ice cream. You have to get your ice cream, then you have to put everything back. It's just pathetic. You want to see my dead bird? I got a dead bird in there. It's okay. Yeah, I ain't taking the feet off of it. I think that might be a little bit gross, but they're cool. Like his feet are like, wow. He's got like long feet. I guess those are still part of his feet. Yeah, meat Tetris pretty much. Um, and actually, I'm going to make some. I'm going to make some more sausage out of the pork. Rob was going to loan me his electric grinder, and I forgot to get it when I was there. So, and I figure if I do the, you're not supposed to cook the jerky, but if I go ahead and cook the pork, if I dehydrate it too high, if I dehydrate it and then cook it, I believe it'll be okay. I've never tried to make jerky out of it. I've made deer jerky, beef jerky, and goat jerky. I've never tried pork because pork's the one meat that I will cook super thoroughly. And it's weird because most of the parasites in pork and stuff aren't even in their muscle. It's in their, what do you call it? Inside. But I mean, parasites can be in any animal, deer, waterfowl, anything. But like your duck or grouse or quail or whatever, I mean, you cook that stuff pretty good. It tastes, I mean, quail tastes better cooked. I don't know that anybody'd want to eat it raw. Duck, by the time you cook it well enough to make it palatable, everything's dead. No disrespect to duck. Wild duck's a little gamey for me. It's a little, the flavor's a little bit intense. I like domesticated duck, but domesticated duck and wild duck do not taste the same at all. I can't see y'all because they're dirty. Clean, but not the right way. I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, the paper towel. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah. Domestic duck tastes like wild duck, only without all the extra strong flavoredness. A little bit. We don't ever turn the heater on around here until it gets like super cold. What is it? 60 in here? As long as I keep my ears warm, I'm fine. So, I don't have a jacket on. I got a t-shirt. My arms are a little cold. But I'm not cold because my ears are warm. Not a Marine or an Army or none of that stuff. It's legal for me to wear my hat now. That's a fact. Hey, Robert, I was just telling him that you forgot to let me borrow your sausage grinder. Just hoping for an update on something. Not getting anything so far. Sad. But I'll be okay with it. Pretty much. Yeah, that did it blow up a dirt wall at you too, or just is that something that happened after it got to my house? It was 70-mile-per-hour winds and stuff like that. I mean, I had stuff stacked everywhere. I mind if I open my mail while y'all are watching? Huh? I'm not in front of the camera. I'm gonna like show them my mail. You want to see the back of my mail? There's the back of my mail. Yeah, it got cold super fast. Oh, is it that fast? I mean, like I say, the winds were like 70 something here, but jiggled my house pretty good.
Yeah, we were out driving and it was like 66 degrees. The storm hit and it dropped down to 48.
Wow. Yeah, she said it was a 20-degree temperature drop. She was caught out in her car in it. Boy. Ah. Anyway, that's just winter storms here. Well, I don't know, man. I say that, but is it, and you're not like from here, but some of the weather that's come in of late has been a little weird. I like, you know, it's just weird. I mean, it always rains in September and stuff, and then we get winter storms and everything. But there's been more wind. Everything's got more wind behind it, seems like now. I think it's because all them windmills. I think they forget to leave them on too long. I don't think they're actually there to generate electricity. I think they turn and they make the wind happen. That's what I think. We had when they come across when it does like that, when it's got that wall of wind. Hey, Will, we're worried about the bottom falling out and the storm hitting the ground, because here we get those and they're called storm thrusts or ground thrusts. The storm will form, come across, and then basically all the pressure comes out from under it, and the storm actually sucks itself to the ground. But then the winds start, and actually on the front of the storm, it rolls. There'll be, eighth of a mile wide and 500, 600, 800 feet high little tornado rolling across the ground. They're just right at the edge of the storm. You've got 100, 120-mile-per-hour wind, and the debris picks up debris off the ground and throws it upwards, and then it just sits there and it spins the debris in a circle. Instead of spinning it around, it spins it in a circle. It's kind of scary. I've lived through two of them. Prairie weather's weird anyway. When it starts to get a little bit more intense than normal, it can be a little worrisome. Did y'all get the wind up there too, Rob, or no?
You know, they didn't get wind. They just got a temperature drop.
Man, wind coming across here. Like, I mean, it was a wall of dark. I mean, it blocked the sun for. It didn't last long though. The wind gust, the wind, what do you call it? Ground thrust only hit and it lasted maybe 10 minutes, and then it was just cold. 10, 20 minutes and it was cold. I didn't like time it or anything. Thought about running outside because you know when I noticed it was already pretty close. I put some stuff up, and then when it hit, I seen other stuff blowing around. I thought about going out there and trying to grab it, and then I was thinking about the fact that all it takes is one branch coming off and going into your leg 2 or 3 inches to ruin your day. So I just stayed inside. See, after the wind passed, yeah, it was just cold and had some light rain. That was it. Had a little bit of rain.
Had little tiny hail, BB size or something.
Oh, I didn't notice any hail here. But you were, what, 15, 20 miles from me?
No, we started out over there, but we ended up out at Irondale and turned around and went back the other way.
Well, I didn't notice any hail here. Which, I mean, I'm fine with that. But just, I mean, it can literally hail in the backyard and not in the front yard. Been there, done that. Like over there at Hackberry, where it just like, it was like it followed the rows. That was weird. What's the biggest hail y'all have seen? I mean, literally in inches across. What's the biggest hail you've ever, not on TV or whatever, the biggest hail you've ever been able to put your hand on that you personally have survived through? The 2 questions: the biggest, like diameter hail, and the most intense ground coverage from hail. Like how thick did the hail get?
Grouchy said softball, Carol says baseball, Justin golf ball, Ellis ball, Kitty Boo softball.
Yeah. Softball size here. That softball size stuff is insane. Well, the baseball size stuff is freaky enough. About the size of a hard ball or tennis ball or whatever. But I've been in it a couple, 3 times, and it's usually just hail, right? The softball size stuff are these jagged rocks. It's like they're made up of. Well, the biggest one was in Plainview, and it was like they were made up of golf ball size hail that had froze together. And I mean, they were, yeah.
Gunn said you just free ice, open the cooler and push it out on the porch.
In 1890, 18 something or other, yada, yada, yada. Somewhere around the turn of the century, either a little before or a little after, there was a hailstorm in this county and a flash flood. It came feet of hail and inches of rain. It washed all of the hail down into the draws. One of the draws, there was a debris dam formed, and the water washed the hail up against the debris dam and kept washing more and more hail down and more hail down, and it packed and solidified behind the debris dam in this wash. right over there, right that way. And then it come another little bit of rain, and it washed debris on top of the hail. And as the water receded, the debris, the weeds and grass and everything, settled down on top of the hail. They harvested block ice in West Texas out of a dry gully, a flood gully, until July. They were able to cut ice until July, until midsummer, because of a hailstorm that happened like in January or something, January or February. They found it on accident, and somebody's like, "Whoa!" And everybody had ice all summer long. Yep. And it's just one of those deals that was kind of cool. I have watched baseball-sized hail reduce new cars to something akin to aluminum foil. I've watched it take all of the paint off one side of a vehicle and leave the other side untouched. I've seen hail coming in so fast and so hard that it chips brick. The hail in Plainview was so that baseball size, softball size, was hitting so hard and so fast. It was let's say like an 86 Oldsmobile. It pushed the hood down on top of the engine. It rolled the corners, and you could actually see the air breather, the little. The guy didn't have his air breather on. Anyway, the rod, it pushed the hood down over the rod sticking up out of the carburetor. Oh, what do you call that? Administrative, whatever stuff. No, I had to like change up some wrenches. Okay. Don't everybody freak out. But anyway, and if you're run into somebody that was trying to figure out why they were blocked off my channel, I don't know. I didn't do it. Okay. I found a lot of people in my blocked section that should never have been blocked from my channel. But there were some people that I'd forgot to remove their wrenches. It just never occurred to me. And okay, the people are unblocked now, but those people don't got their wrenches anymore. So, see, I don't get that. See, I thought I gave Biddy one. I just give. Y'all don't abuse this. This is, can't just like time people out because they disagree with you. They have to be like cussing or saying something off color or you know, making fat jokes about me.
Don't take LS.
LS, you're real good with your wrench. I won't take yours away. I don't think I need to take yours away. There's 2 new wrenches in the room now. So yeah, there's that. Inappropriate. It's sad. They're either and if y'all heard that, that's my daughter. She's playing Xbox with her nephew, and he plays snuck up behind her and shot her and knifed her or something. And yeah, so he gets called his dad a lot, but she loves her. I mean, don't fart in his direction; she'll kill you. Who said that? You're so lucky you have a wrench right now. Everybody would.
He said that with a P.
Oh, okay. No, that
You
works.
have to go read it.
This is
Yeah,
my.
just assume.
This is my. I forgot my other hat, and I'm at Rob's house, and it's super. Rob, the next time we're gonna go hunting them birds, we should like have a conversation with people about it on like a live chat, and people tell you secrets of how to make it work, and then you know things like stuff that I know now, and that we really need to go back up there and do different, because there's all kinds of things you can do that technically are not against the rules in that stupid book that I threw away because it's stupid.
The Falmouth person from Jefferson, not Falmouth.
I'm supposing. That's okay. I don't mind thumbs down. They don't affect me much. I usually get a lot of fingers up when I'm driving, so I'll take the thumbs down any day. Funny. I like wearing beanies, but they make my head itch. That's the only thing about it. Apparently we're supposed to go before we're gonna go hunting. We have to go buy beer and spray paint, and we have to empty the beer cans out, and then we have to spray paint them yellow. The more yellow beer cans we have, the better chance of success we have of hunting. So there's that. First person to suggest just using already empty cans is mean. Yeah, I've thought about doing that, just doing the yarn back and forth with people or whatever. But I really don't want to have to spend that much time on it. I got a couple people on some of my chicken videos that I guess I need to make more of those. Those things I had like 60,000 views or something on one of them. I don't even know. It's crazy number of views. I was like, okay, what are you people watching this crap for? Yeah, I was DC, but I'm not anymore. Now I'm like totally entertained. Or a little bit, sort of. Not really. I'm just joking. Get bored easy. Mystery flavor dum dum. See what we got here.
they're not really going to be.
What?
They're not really going to be.
Why are you? We're gonna paint the beer cans. No, we're not gonna paint beer cans. Oh no. We're not painting the beer cans. Um, you drink the beer so you can like be more relaxed while you're. But you have to like spray paint caution to be humane. Spray paint the words caution. Not really. There's a lot of things the old timers used to do that are against the rules now. So
Save the wrapper once it starts fires.
yeah, I got like a stack of them. That is like the coolest thing I ever seen. I ain't even lying. I now want to like take all my what do you call it, char cloth out of my tins and just eat a bunch of candy and put the wrappers in there flat. Later, Uncle Al. I'm trying to drink more beer next time I go hunting, people. Jeez. Not really, because you don't do that and gun safety at the same time. I'm doing my best to make y'all think I got a low IQ right now. Is it working?
Dad wants to know if you have enough suckers for everybody.
I got a bag of them. 2 bags. I got 2 bags of them.
I'm just gonna get one.
Yeah, I got at least 20. All you gotta do is knock on the front door. You need my address? I'll give y'all some directions. Take the big road out of town. Hang a left at the tree with the broken Y in it. You go about a quarter mile, turn up the Caliche Road, and when you see a dead cow laying in the bar ditch, you've gone too far because I don't live there.
205.
Seriously, folks,
I think it's gonna take more than 5. I think it's you can even make it in 5 hours, Dad.
yeah, Dad, you're a little bit more than 5 minutes away. Hey guys, family friendly, okay? Family friendly. And if you don't want somebody talking to your little girl like that, don't talk like that in here, okay? That's all we ask.
West the crossbow, what little I shot today was firing as all get out. Can't wait for some rabbits.
Oh man. Where'd you get the crossbow? Is that because I've been looking at this one in it's in the other room. It's in the throne room. I was gonna go crane hunting today because one didn't know. And then a storm come up.
I need the mixer.
Watched all my spray paint off. Okay. Go check out my wall. See, I got the team right here. It's got an eagle on it and a flag. I'm gonna go give him a cup of coffee. Be right back. Oh.
Bass Pro 350.
Bass Pro? We don't have a Bass Pro anymore. Hey, what y'all between me and that coffee bottle?
Are you always
Bye, Guns. Why are you leaving? Don't you love me?
After the bedtime.
Past your bed? You don't have a bedtime. You're grown. Tell your children they're not the boss of you. Or something. I still don't know what it says. Mystery flavor. And I guess if I can't read the flavor, I don't know what it is. It's one of those weird new ones. I can't figure out what it is. Do not get the dum-dums that are food flavored, like pizza and bacon and stuff like that. You unwrap it, you put it in your mouth, and like, oh, wow, what's wrong with that? How does the sucker go bad? And then you read it, and it's supposed to be like pizza or something. Why would you even think that would be okay?
That is what you're a hoop.
Oh, yeah. We're going to the hood, man. Yeah, there we go. That better. I want one that's got a little eyeball cut out, so I can go like this. Down to right here. Like, you watch his name? Oh, I can't see him stick. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's some of the live streams that I would go to if they weren't GDing and FN and just JCing and everything else. I'm like, okay, y'all have a really crappy IQ. I didn't C-103 snuck in on me.
We can use some fresh copies to TJ all the rest of it. Wait for you to make it for it. And then just
That's sort of the way that story went. He's spending too much time around here. We have a competition that goes. It's a family competition, so we don't need any help. But we pretty much try to lie on the other person and see who we can get to believe us. It's all meant in good nature. And he used to suck at it. He's getting pretty good now.
Grouchy said, too much longer and I'll have to send you a beanie with a ponytail holding.
I'll take one of those two, hold it the back, hold the front, or two holes in the front, hold the back. Dude, don't make fun of me, but I used to have a ski mask because where is one of the pictures where I got hair? Anyway, my ponytail was down between my shoulder blades, or actually bottom of my shoulder blades. And
Rob is out.
leaving Rob?
That is Dad's house.
Okay. Tell your dad, howdy. Tell Cornelius and them, howdy. Go to Patreon. I made that Patreon only. I'll I'll go ahead and click it to public or whatever so Cornelius can see herself. So anyway, I wore it backwards and I'll put my ponytail out the mouth hole or whatever.
I convinced my ex that Asians have no big toes. Talking about the line and stuff.
Oh wow. Yeah, I know, Chipper. There's all kinds of reasons to make fun of me. I knew a girl, she had too many thumbs. She had 60 had 5 fingers, or well, 4 fingers and dadgummit, 8 fingers and 4 thumbs. She had 6 digits on each hand. And one of them worked. The other one didn't. The one that didn't work was very painful. Every time she bumped it or something, it hurt a lot. But she used to make jokes about it, that somebody would look at her or whatever and say something or not say something. She what? Didn't, because she was Polynesian. She's what? A lot of people from Polynesia got extra fingers. And she would say it to kids all the time. But anyway, she finally, when she got to be a certain age anyway, they had to like wait for her hands to develop to a certain point, and then they were able to take off the extra thumbs. She didn't have them anymore. The one on her, it was the one on her left hand that was debilitating. It just, I was really young at the time. I don't remember a whole lot about it.
Did you have to put it next to it? It's got like colored solid. That's pretty. That's got like the purple teal.
I usually can get these suckers off before they're gone. Just won't turn loose of the stick. It's very annoying.
So your other one?
In case y'all are wondering what I'm doing, I can see what I was doing on there, but it wasn't working, and now I feel embarrassed. Oh, I broke. Fail.
But it's a locket.
The old ones that had paper, regular paper, didn't work so good. Hey, Westman. Yeah, this was just me doing a random, whatever, stream thing. Because, well, I didn't get to go live on my regular time, and it's thrown my schedule off. So, I was going into withdrawals, I guess. I haven't got to go on a side chat in forever. Seems like. Was somebody else live tonight? I didn't. I thought I checked everybody in my subscription list. The only people that showed were live are the ones that I can't go watch because, man, they talk like they're sailors and they're still on the boat. So Next thing I need is for my wife to come over here and take a baseball bat to my computer. She has like 0.0001% tolerance for unnecessary hot scalar words.
What is FSS?
FSS, I don't know that one. Probably would have. I heard the whole thing.
Full spectrum.
Oh, full spectrum. I've gone to a few of his chats or whatever. But the chat rolls too fast. And while I think he is an intelligent man, he gets a little over dramatic on some of the stuff, which is fine. I mean, I don't think he does it just for the YouTube or whatever, but I don't agree with a bunch of the stuff he says the sky is falling with. Some of the stuff I think he might be on target. Some of it, not so much. Like we're on completely different pages on the purge thing. The YouTube purge or whatever. There's select individuals that lost subscribers. Or lost a lot of subscribers.
We're all crazy in some special way, yes.
Yeah, there's what you just said. And I watch a lot of his videos. I used to watch every one that come out, but I've gotten busy. I admit I don't watch him all the way through. When he starts, I'm a bad person. When he starts doing the sales pitch, I usually drop out. But I do like his news. His little news brief thingies are really good.
I read an article today that estimated 60% of YouTube bots.
Yep. And that's what YouTube's trying to get rid of, are bots. Yeah. Larietta, you're perfectly normal. And Dad, that your video about, do we really want private corporations getting their hands on the space deal or whatever? It saves some tax dollars, but if the government finds anything out there worth doing, then commercial space exploration will become a thing.
It's almost ready if you're hungry.
Um,
It's just chicken that I baked in the oven.
I'm not really hungry. Thank you though. I haven't eaten today, but I'm not. My appetite's not real good. This chest cold is killing me.
Well, the last 4 days, my stomach has been like really bad, like really nauseous. Like the other day when I took that pain patch or whatever, it was hurting even before then, but like I just keep being nauseous. But nauseous and tired is like what's been going on. And I think it's that seizure, man. Because like I was
Yeah, baby girl, you're gonna need to go over there and whisper a lot. In case y'all wondering, I'm just gonna like blah 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 and stuff for a little bit because that's I just ain't none of y'all business. That's why. The everybody got something, but man, I got me and the wife our nose started running last night, and we started coughing, and we could not stop. My diaphragm is so sore from just coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. The drainage just quit today though, so the coughing's reduced. But when I do cough, it really hurts. What's it called when you get the fatigue muscles from coughing? There's a name for that. It's a condition. All right, Grouchy. Yeah, the guy that grows cotton around me, it's not privately funded. He doesn't do that on his own. He's government subsidized. I mean, it's government's in everything. That current market value per cost to get to market, you cannot make a living farming cotton. It's not possible. You cannot produce enough cotton to cover your labor and fuel costs.
Yeah, we do.
Make a really good living in cotton as long as you got the subsidies. Hey, High Desert. At present, small produce farms can still make out okay, but they're starting to get in on them and regulate them pretty hard. So that's going to come to an end. You're not going to be able to make money there either. The small produce farms will start getting snatched back up by the corporate guys again.
Well, they had to do all these stupid windmills that are subsidized by the government, and then they're not taxed on the local level. But if you knew how much petroleum it took to build them, then how much petroleum it takes to run them, all they're doing is helping the petroleum people.
Yeah, the wind energy being clean energy, it's lame. I mean,
it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. By the time the windmill needs a new gearbox or generator, it has not paid off its carbon footprint yet. It will never pay off its carbon footprint.
Well, constantly the seals are busted.
Yeah, I mean the pollution and everything else. It's just nuts. And you've got all the diesel it takes to put one together, all the diesel it takes to put the platform, everything. I mean, it's not clean energy. Large scale, it might be cleaner energy. I don't see how, but maybe. I don't know. If they could figure out some way to make them not fall apart so bad, maybe.
LS, they call it organic cotton and sell it to hippies for the kids. One t-shirt with $99.
The rules on making organic cotton,
they're fixing to do the boll weevil in the county in 2019 again.
Again, bye-bye bees.
Bees ain't came back.
No.
really.
That's why I haven't messed with the ones in the top of the house.
It was, they had a report on it today that the boll weevil people will be back in 2019.
I need to get up in the attic and check because I think the deal that got the chickens may have got the bees
Yeah.
because I wasn't noticing very many at all.
Think about that.
And they ain't gonna mess with them if they're up there all hibernating out. I'll just leave them alone. But I may do that here in a minute because it's cold and they ain't gonna be moving. I don't want to go up there when it's 60 degrees. They can fly.
A couple of days it's gonna be cold.
And you can't, and it's gonna get worse. High desert. There's no way. There's nearly nothing that is economically feasible.
Well, no, because the cost of things has jumped more than wages have jumped.
Yeah, and that's if I charged what it was worth to be doing. I checked the jobs I've got going right now. If I was charging what everybody in Dallas or Lubbock or anywhere else was charging, there's no way the guy could afford to repair his house. It's that simple.
Well, they were saying basically the oil price right now is how it was in the 80s. But the only problem is
Income has gone up.
ratio. No, your income ratio to the oil value has not increased the same amount.
Right.
So
That's we actually made out better when I was making $7.35 an hour as a single hand welder. Because then I was actually the top end of the food chain. Everybody else was making $6.50 an hour. I was making $7.30. Well, what was it, $7.65? I think $7.65 an hour towards the end of it. And then they opened up all them colleges for welders and stuff. And then the next thing you know, there were so many welders out there, you couldn't make a living welding anymore. These guys were like, oh, I'm getting $68 an hour on my truck. Dude, it costs you $60 an hour to run your truck. You're making $8 an hour. I mean, when you're paying $1,200 a month for a truck payment at another $300-400 a month for your welder, you're not making that money. You're spending it. But anyway. They better reduce their dependency on U.S. farming. We spend too much diesel growing non-food crops. There is nearly no food grown in this county. The grain and hay, most of the grain and hay grown or used in this county is grown somewhere else. Well, all of the grain. So the cattle that we produce here are actually fed from somebody else, by somebody else. It's 80 years ago, you could make a living in this part of the world on 160 acres. You can't do that now. And it started going to two pieces. It's weird because they actually sold it to people as a way to make things better. I'm not real big on farm subsidies. I know without them, the farmers would be out of business. But if they hadn't have ever started it, the farmers would have had to figure out some other way, and the government would have had to figure out a better way. Like for instance, you want to do a green tax on something? Tax China, Taiwan, Indonesia, all them for all the stuff that they do, all the plastics they manufacture and stuff without putting scrubbers on their manufacturing stuff. All the chemicals, all the greenhouse gases that they're just belching out of their factories. Okay? Not to mention ozone depleting, if you're into that whole climate change, yada, 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 stuff like that, which to a degree I am. Mexico, China, Taiwan, India, none of those, they have no EPA. Do I think that we need the EPA? No, not really. I wish we didn't, but we do. But we got to figure out some way, if they had to play by the same rules we had to play by, the economy would get a lot stronger because they wouldn't be able to undercut us. Jeez.
Isaac side more.
Hey, Isaac. And Robert and Cindy more.
Dad's house.
Okie dokie. Don't let her do it. She'll be sorry later. All right, Grouchy, have a good one. It's one of the reasons I really hate shopping at Walmart is because I've seen the pictures of the factories where they get most of their stuff at. Their clothing and such. And it's really embarrassing to know that I promote that kind of behavior. Just so I can save $1 on something or two. And we all have to do it. Well, we don't have to, I don't guess. I mean, it's considerably cheaper on us to order something from Amazon or wherever. The drainage is kicking back in. Yay. Anyway, we can't afford to buy a set of matched ham radios built in the U.S. It's if Ford and Chevrolet and Carrier and Ream and Rudd and all them were made 100% in the United States, all of it, we wouldn't be able to afford air conditioning in our new vehicle. But it's not because our labor and our workforce and the quality control and stuff isn't there, and that it wouldn't be a better deal. It's just that the value of our dollar isn't there. Think about it. If we could magically, which I don't believe we ever will, but if we could magically get the value of the dollar back to where $1 bought $1, if we could get the value of the dollar back to 1982, just there, just back to 1982. And if here's the kicker, if all those people who were making 15 or 18 bucks an hour now would be willing to go back to 6.50 or $7 an hour, then the cost of everything would go down. But the value would be the same. But then we would have to lock it in to where the value of the dollar was going to remain the same. The only people that make out from ghost money, stock markets, futures, investment banking, stuff like that, are the rich people. Let me pull up the thing so I'll make sure y'all can see what I want to scribble here. Need a better, probably won't be able to use a space pen I got from Moto here. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. The buying power would have to go back. Okay. I don't have the numbers in front of me. These are made up numbers. In 1982, can't see that. I need a marker. I don't have a marker. In 1982, what are the chances of this highlighter working? That's it. In 82, the value of the dollar, like let's say $1 would buy you was equal to 1 cat. Okay, you could buy 1 cat for $1. Make it a Caterpillar scraper or whatever, I don't care, or a Persian or Russian gray, whatever. And then 2018, $1 will only buy you a cattail. Or a foot. You only get a cat foot. That's buying power. A dollar is still a dollar, but it won't buy this. Let me make it, let's do this. I got y'all confused. $1 will buy you 100 cats. Okay? And then now, $1 is only going to buy you 10 cats. There. Because the value of the dollar has gone down. If you can bring the buying value has to go up. It has to go up. The buying value cannot go up unless the amount of cash goes down. There needs to be fewer dollar bills floating around. They need to stop manufacturing fake dollar bills.
And Westman said since 72, inflation has gone up 1,500%. When is it considered hyperinflation?
Like 88, and then 2008. But the problem, it's not going to go down. For starters, none of us are going to be willing to take a pay cut. Okay? And there are very few of us because there's people in this room, I'm sure, that have investments in stocks and stuff, or know people that do, or have retirement 401ks, stuff like that. Okay. We're not going to be willing to give up all the gains we've made. We're not willing to just cash them in, take the loss. I mean, that's not going to happen. Because, I mean, that would increase increase the, it would cause a crash, but then after the crash, then the buying value of the dollar would increase if we could keep the Federal Reserve from printing more money. The Federal Reserve prints $1,100 bills. Okay. Those $1,100 bills gets deposited in a bank. That bank will loan each one of those $100 bills out to 10 different people. There and make up fictitious, instead of it being what number did I say? Number of new $100 bills, $1,000 bills or whatever. All of a sudden you've got 10 times that many dollars in circulation that aren't in circulation. Later, Steve. Hey, Trey. It's not real money. None of the stuff in banking or investment or stocks, it's not real. The only way it continues to work is if people keep putting the money in it and leaving it there. If 20%, probably 10%, if 10% of the investors in the stock market cashed out on the same day, I mean, went in and said, no, I want my check on the same day, it would cascade across the entire deal and it would crash. And if 10% wouldn't do it, 15 would. It would not take a lot. It wouldn't, wouldn't have to be everybody, because there would not be enough cash. There's not going to be enough real money in these accounts to give you your cash. It's just not there. It doesn't, I mean, there's not a dollar bill for it. I mean, the actual cash in circulation and the cash being spent and loaned, they're not the same. They're not the same numbers. If we could get rid of all of the fake money, the money that's not really there, then the actual printed dollar bills that we have, all the real money, would regain its value. But all of the people that had money tied up in that had all the not real money that's out there, all the fake money that's not real money, would lose all of that. Those guys that do Shark Tank, they would be broke. Okay. Donald Trump would probably still be okay because he invests in real estate. He would own the dirt. Okay. The dirt in the buildings. Most of your doctors and lawyers, the really big wealthy ones, they would go broke because they've taken their money and invested it back into a financial institution, or they loaned out their future earnings so that they can charge interest on their future or make interest on their future earnings before they ever make the money. I mean, used to, when a bank loaned you money, you went in there and said, okay, I need to borrow money, and they would put that much money in your account. If the bank did not have, that's why they needed depositors. Okay. If the bank didn't have that much money in the bank, they couldn't loan the money. That all changed. And now we're here. Because it's not real money. I'm sorry. There's no other way to put it. The Federal Reserve has completely devalued our country.
If a crash happens, not $1.
Yeah, but it still, even to go back to right now, we don't want our currency to go back to be silver and gold certificates or whatever, because our gold has been sold. The gold that is in Fort Knox doesn't belong to us anymore. We're a storage facility. We would have to figure out some way to get the gold back, the ownership of the gold back. And the only way to do that would be to crash some other country's economy, thereby pushing the value of their dollar down and the value of our dollar up. Because right now, our dollars don't purchase all that much. Okay. Our dollars purchase less here than they do other places, seems like. When I was a young man, I could go over to Mexico and buy a bottle of whiskey, good whiskey. You pick up a bottle of Jose Cuervo Gold for $1.50. That stuff was $10 on the other side of the river. Had to pay like 75 cents tax to bring it across. It wasn't bad at all. People up here drink Dos Equis all the time. Mate, that's cheap beer, but we pay extra for it anyway. Yeah. That's why they want to do the one world government. That's why they're pushing everything. That's why they're trying to get the everybody else's dollars up and our dollars down. You know, our dollars need to be less, more, or worth. Our dollars need to be worth less, and their dollars need to be worth more. So everybody would be on the same playing field. So it won't hurt as bad when we all go to the same currency, which will just be plain and simple credits. There won't be no dollars. It'll just be how many credits you have. Night, Biddy. We're not prepping for the I hope we're not prepping for the tribulation, because ain't no escaping it. Then we're I don't think it's got bad enough for the tribulation yet. I think we got a while to go. We're prepping because there's so many bad things that have to happen before the tribulation ever gets here. And I don't think I don't think it's happened. Even though, granted, if you go back in history and you do a little research and stuff, there's been a lot of times where a lot of the population on the planet died. There's been times in not too distant history that a third or better of the world population has been wiped out. Something like 60 to 80% of native populations in the Americas were wiped out by diseases in the 14 and 1500s or the 1500s. The big cities, they're getting away with it, but yeah, but then they had 200 years to recover. Most of the Plains tribes and stuff recovered by the time we spread that far. But most of the tribes that died were in Maine and New York and Pennsylvania and all up in there. The coastal tribes and the New England tribes and stuff. Because they traded with the Europeans and they had no immunity to the European diseases.
Well, and apparently Vikings and everybody else came over here too.
Mm-hmm. The Vikings came over and they started it, and then it just, but yeah, and I'm not saying we did the Indians a disservice. Life's life. And if we can't push them, if Russia invaded tomorrow and we couldn't push them back, and then all of a sudden we were all Russian or whatever, 100 years from now, we wouldn't be able to blame the Russians. We'd have to blame ourselves because we didn't win.
We can take our petrodollar buying power, sell it off to other allies for gold. Then once gold is acquired, print gold and print dollars and silver. The Roman Catholics did the same to the German tribes. They gave them Catholics.
Yeah, but then in order to get back into buying petrodollar or whatever, then we'd literally have to give them our gold for the petrodollar.
Right now, basically, that's access.
Yeah, is petroleum industry. That's why every time we get a Democrat, they do everything they can to crater the oil field. They will kill oil prices and they will shut stuff down. In South America and Mexico, yes, LS. And Florida and South Texas. But who the plagues and stuff and yada yada wasn't really where I was going with that. It's just that there's in history there's been a lot of massive die-offs on a biblical scale. That's all I was saying. The potato famine, which pushed a lot of people over here. Later D-Day. A lot of people died from that. A lot of people starved to death and died of diseases and stuff like that from the resulting famine. It's just, you know, it happens. That 20 years ago, they were worried about all the hippopotamuses dying because they were catching anthrax and dying like flies. And now everybody's afraid to get in the water in Africa again because the hippopotamuses are back.
On the bright side, I woke some people up on Christmas. Westman.
How'd you do that, Westman? Did you walk in the house with a gas bomb? That's just wrong. And like I say, I mean, there's probably some way to figure it out, but the people in charge of it aren't going to make out if we fix it, Savage. So it's not going to be fixed. They're going to keep trying to shore it up. And right now, they're still setting pretty good if it all craters and then comes back, they think.
LS is out.
Night, LS.
My dad's wife and her kid. Right.
And yeah, Savage, it's it. I mean, why would they dump their own soup bowl? You know, it's not going to happen. They're not going to pour their bedpan into their soup bowl. It's just not going to happen. They will continue to pour it into ours. It's just the way it's going to be.
Westman said.
The 84 thing.
Yeah.
I tried to watch the movie. It was just like, it was super depressing. So I was like, okay, I can't do that. I've already got too many books in my stack that I have to read right now. And, you know, trying to read more than one book at a time is like confusing. So, yeah, I'm going to have to like pick one and finish it. Yeah, and they're hanging it like a carrot in front of us, Dad. It's not even a real carrot. It's a wax carrot or a plastic carrot. But that's the thing. More and more of us are waking up and realizing that it's not a real carrot. Why are we chasing the carrot? I mean, not only is it always going to be just out of reach, but if we do get it, it's not even a real one. So. Atlas Shrugged is good. Good. Atlas Shrugged is good. I've got to write a story. Forgot about that. Understanding the truth about the financial situation and being able to do anything about it are two totally different things. The financial collapse will happen over a period of months. You know, looking back, it looked like it was overnight, but it'll be over a period of months. And we'll look back and we'll say, oh, we could have stopped this, but we didn't. When something gets as messed up as our financial system is right now, there's no way to fix it without hurting everybody. And, well, I don't look forward to any of the possible scenarios, quite honestly. Yeah, that's all we can do. You know, you keep a roof, keep food, teach your kids what's right and what's wrong. That's all you can do. Good night, Trey. Good night, Savage. Kiss your baby. Pat your dog on the head. Or pat your kid and kiss your dog, whatever. Make sure he knows he can't eat me. Dang it. I should just mail these to people. I have 20-cent stamps. I think these require more. Seriously?
Maybe it's the first they go up. They're going up like another 20.
Yeah.
If you have the forever ones already, it's okay.
Well, yeah, but if stamps are going up, that means postage is going up. Well, folks, if I decide to do T-shirts again, the price will not include shipping and handling. There will be an additional shipping and handling charge. And I think it's gotten to that time of the night where I'm going to start coughing and hurting, and it got to the point of cussing last night. So I'm really going to be here. Y'all really don't want to be here for that. Thanks, sir. Anywho, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'll stick around. I've actually got a couple videos that I'm working on. I haven't cooked the bird yet, so I can't post that one. Wouldn't be much of a catch and cook if all I did was show on the catching part. So I've got to cook it. Thank you, Frank. I really want to. My normal welder slash sandblaster slash cotton farmer slash brick plant slash I should have wore a lot of dust mask coughs. They're bad enough. This one's annoying. No fever or anything, just you're hurt everywhere. Hello, Killdeer. You just missed us, man. I've been on here since I don't know what I go live 8-ish, 7:30-ish, 95 minutes. But y'all let me know if y'all like that premiering thing I did that one time. I guess I could do the premiere that way. I can just chat over here on the side or whatever. All right, Jeff. Sorry about that, brother. Man, glad. Yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Hope you made out like bandits. I will see y'all. What is Wednesday?
Tomorrow should
Let's-
be VA.
Yeah, I'll see y'all on BA's podcast tomorrow night on his Patreon. And then I will see y'all Friday in mine. Got some stuff. We're going to do some tinfoil hat stuff and address some other things. So, yeah. I'm not going to go into it now because I have a script. But y'all have a good night. Stay alive, don't die. I'm going to close this thing before I just go to coffin like a maniac. Love y'all. Be blessed.